I get a little bit dizzy nowadays if I don't wear my glasses.
At night or all the day?
No, at night, because I guess that's where my eyes are bad. Like an old lady.
Yep.
Without glasses, people say I look like the monster from Splice.
Oh, if you take your glasses off?
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know what you looked like once when you had Nelser hair?
What?
You looked a little bit like a drunk, demented Skrillex.
Oh shit! I met Skrillex.
Really?
Yeah, he was a good guy.
Sonny Davidson.
Yeah, Sonny.
Is that really his name?
Nah,
I think it's like Sonny Moore.
So, yeah, he has some. His original name was something goofy.
Sonny Moore.
Yeah,
That
I
is a
don't
little
know.
bit goofy.
Are we really
bumped into him at a
already
bar.
on the podcast?
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Boys Only Club podcast, episode 33.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry for missing you guys last time, but look at the present we have this time.
Yay.
To make up for it. We're overcompensating.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween, everyone. Hello, William Haynes.
hey.
Don't be scared.
I mean, it is Halloween time.
It is a spooky time.
I really don't like Halloween my entire life.
What?
I just
Really?
really, cause like I'm sensitive. I'm very sensitive.
You're a soft boy.
Yeah, I'm a soft boy. Like
Yeah.
stuff on TV, like if you were watching TV, like all of a sudden the commercials are all of a sudden scary stuff.
No.
Like if you watch Disney Channel was the only channel that didn't have scary stuff during Halloween, but Cartoon Network, all of a sudden the trailers are scary.
You don't like that adrenaline rush you get from
No.
horror stuff? Do you like
no.
roller coasters?
I like roller coasters.
Spicy food?
I don't like spicy food. That's also dumb stuff.
I like, you know what it is? In Japan, there's a really big thing about personality types, and you're either a masochist or a sadist. Like, you're one or the other always. You can't be
I'm definitely
neither.
masochistic.
Are you, though? Because
Yeah.
you don't like things to harm you.
That's true.
But meanwhile, yeah. Like
I'm emotionally masochistic.
Probably. Like, I love spicy things. I love being scared. I
Yeah.
love, like,
Roller
kind of
coasters?
love roller coasters.
Yeah, you're
love
for
a little
real.
bit being in danger. Like,
Yeah. I think I like
get smacked
masochistic
around.
people.
You do.
Yeah,
definitely.
I do.
You're masochistic, too.
I like the adrenaline rush. I like
totally, I
the
get it.
high you get off
Yeah.
of it.
Oh, hell yeah. I totally
Yeah,
understand.
I don't want none of that happening to me. Yeah.
So
Supposedly,
you're-
there's a big high you get off of eating spicy food, like really spicy.
Yeah, you do. Oh, yes, that's a real thing. Didn't you do hot pepper? You did. Didn't you feel it after hot pepper gaming?
Well, no, I was on the ground and I fell asleep.
Oh, because yours hurt your stomach more.
Oh,
than
I think I was
anything.
there for that, wasn't I?
It was at the SourceFed office.
Yeah.
Your first ghost pepper.
It was
we
on the
were at
weekend.
SourceFed.
Yeah. I remember
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys were all like, "Oh, it's spicy."
And
yeah.
it's with Parker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
with
that was
Parker
the
who
first one.
ate half
Yeah.
of a pepper and didn't eat any of the spicy part.
Oh.
And I was on the couch for 3 hours just
That's
asleep.
horrible.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it knocked me out. And then we have this sauce. Oh my God, you don't like spicy food?
No, I'm
you wanna
definitely
try
not gonna eat
No,
any
he's
of
try a
gonna
that.
get
little lick
sick.
of this?
Nope.
No, I don't think
Would you
so.
try a little
I
lick
don't
of
want
it?
to be in
I'll do it, of
pain.
course.
No way.
Yeah, hell yeah. But
I'll do it with you.
yeah, solidarity. I remember the high that he's talking about because you don't eat spicy food. So
I'm
you've
not gonna
never
do
experienced
this.
This is actually extreme, and I only liked it at that one time. Every time afterwards, it's kind of painful.
Yeah.
But the first time I did it, your body kind of goes into a little bit of a shock.
Yeah.
And then though, once you're good again, it feels like your adrenaline's rushing. Like it's now leaving your body, and that
Yeah.
feels good.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't
Do you
think
have
that's
a
good.
teaspoon or something?
I'm just gonna plop a little bit on your hand.
You're costing yourself life force, Raina.
Plop a little. Wait. So what's wrong with this? And why is there a dog hair? Wow.
Well, a little bit. A little bit.
Should I?
No.
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 A little bit.
Ew. This is like.
just
This is really.
wipe it off on
gross.
the-
Yeah, not
the
that.
pumpkin.
Too many people have touched that already.
A lot of people. Wait. And you. Oh my God! You peed before, and you didn't sanitize your hands.
No.
Wait. Oh, can I put it on the pumpkin?
Yeah, just put it on pumpkin.
It
So
looks like he's bleeding.
this sauce is actually on Hot Ones.
What's
Oh,
this
shit.
called?
Wait,
It's called
so is
Mad
it-
Dog.
I'm not gonna lie. There's kind of a lot still, isn't there?
Don't do that much for sure.
357.
Still don't do that much.
Yeah, I mean, I did like a whole dollop on my hand before. It was about 3 or 4 times
bet
the size
this-
of that. That's good.
This is good.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
Oh, whoa.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
That is pungent.
I smelled it and my eye doesn't feel good because of the fumes.
You ready?
All right, yeah, but what's the challenge?
you're doing
We have
it
to-
too?
We have to eat this and then do something that's hard to do with your mouth, like suck a dick.
Okay, I guess that's the old suck a
Razor's
dick.
gonna-
That's not in
All
my
right.
New
contract.
challenge. Here we
3,
go.
2, 1.
I shouldn't have done this again.
Oh, this is bad.
It's honestly like
it's a slow burn. It's a slow burn.
this is the shit that fucked me up, and I was on the ground over there for a while, but
Why
I had
did you
so
do
much
this
more.
again? I think I licked too much. Okay, now we have to talk. You have to carry now. Does drinking water make it worse? Can you open this for me?
Drinking water might make it better.
Better?
Maybe.
I-
That's what I'm saying.
Your eyes are watering up now. Like we were just having a regular podcast.
No. This is bad. Can somebody open? Oh, milk duds.
Milk duds.
No, it's already open. That's
Just
open.
because they're milk duds doesn't mean they have milk
and
in it.
now
It's
it's
gonna help you.
bleeding, and it's gonna get onto this white thing too.
Oh, I don't care.
See, this was ignorant. This was an ignorant
This is
decision.
melty. No, this is melty. What's wrong with these candies? What's wrong with these candies?
Some Skittles, the rainbow.
Don't drink the whole thing. Don't drink the whole
Sorry,
thing.
I drank all of it almost.
That's not fair.
Oh, wow. This was absolutely unnecessary.
Open this. Somebody.
We all only have one hand. Look, okay, for those listening only, I am opening the Milk Duds.
Okay, this is
Oh,
really
it's really
painful.
hard, Raina. I'm
This
so
is
sorry.
Mad Dog
Dude, I got some in my-
357.
They're just not opening, Raina.
I got some in my throat.
It's about 3 times the
I'm gonna
power
go
of a
for the other
habanero.
side.
Is it really?
Yes.
I'm going for the other side now, Raina. It's that side's not
All
opening.
right, you know what? Here, let's switch. Here, hold my
Okay.
microphone.
We should have just did a little drop, but we did too much.
The Milk Duds. You might have got a little bit on my hand. Now I'm talking into both mics.
I'm like literally sweaty. And
Your eyes are watering. See, we could have just had a regular podcast, but this and there's not really milk in those
What
duds.
are these milk duds?
What, right? Oh my god. Oh my god. Where'd you guys
What's
get
wrong with
Did you
these?
guys get candy from 2009 or what? The Skittles aren't going to help. That's
Why
just
not?
going
Are the Skittles helping? I think.
Okay, what kind of fucking milk dud is that?
What is this?
And you ate it. I have to look up the expiration date on this bitch.
Wait, you're okay now?
No.
Me neither. We're being really quiet.
I don't see any expiration date on here, but this is not a milk dud.
The worst part is just when it hits your stomach. That's the worst part of all of it.
Oh yeah, that's
The
gonna.
throat.
You're about to open up a chakra.
But there's a good chance that you'll feel like a good high after it. So that's what we're looking for too right now.
You're tearing up a lot. and
I'm not
it's-
tearing it up at all.
It's making me cry.
Okay. We're good.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we're actually totally fine now.
I don't think Raina is.
I'm good, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. Me too.
So thank you, Will, for coming on the podcast.
No problem.
Usually we don't start off like this.
That was a whole bunch, wasn't it?
It was
It
too
was
much.
alright.
One drop would have sufficed. But
It's too much.
I just watched it happen. I don't want to hurt myself like that.
we're just grateful you're here.
Yeah.
I'm
we
glad
miss
to be
you.
here. Yeah.
How are you, man?
Miss you too. I'm doing really well. I love life. Every day is beautiful.
Oh, shit.
Every day
well,
is
let's
beautiful.
first start off by what you've been up to after SourceFed. It's
Yeah.
actually only been 6 months since SourceFed ended.
I know. It really feels like a long time.
It feels
though.
like it's been 2 fucking years.
Yeah.
Don't you get stomach ulcers?
Yeah, I had one once.
Yeah, yeah. I remember I thought I had ulcers. I remember that recently. That I
You
thought I.
texted me that night. You really thought you
Yeah.
had ulcers.
Yeah, I used to have stomach pains,
Is that a
but not
stress thing?
anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
I don't
insane.
stress myself out anymore though. So
How do you avoid stress?
I think I have to open up my kundalini and really get into tune with my higher self.
I heard, and it's something I want to pick up. I heard from a reliable source you meditate.
Yeah, I do.
That's interesting.
Yeah, a lot of types
Do
of
you
things.
actively meditate? Does
Yeah.
it work?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, you do what you can. Like, first you got to start off like, all right, if I could just do 5 seconds of meditation today. And that's really how you just start. You say, I do 5 seconds, then 5 minutes, and you go as long as you can. But I actively take time out of the day to breathe my body back.
And you live with Luis, right?
No, I do let him stay at my house sometimes, but
Oh.
I live with Trent.
Okay, so Luis, I don't know if this is something you'd want to talk about. He, we had a car ride, and I brought you up recently, or very briefly, and then I was like, what does Will do for motivation? Like, I don't understand. He's always so motivated. And Luis was saying, you know, in a weird, because Luis is religious, and he was saying in a weird way you have your own version of praying. I don't know if he's ever talked to you about that. And I thought that was so cool.
I don't know. I don't know what he meant.
You
I
have
don't
your
remember
own
exactly-
like, mantra, though. It's not really a
Oh,
prayer.
yeah.
It's like you have your own thing to like psych yourself in and out of stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
I remember when we used to shoot like TV show,
Yeah.
you would do a thing.
Oh yeah. I guess I have a lot of things I do now that I'm like based out of my house. Like Luis will tell you, I have a lot of atmospheres. So it's
Yeah.
never just a quiet living room. It'll be like some winter sounds or some forest
I'm
sounds.
sorry, what are winter sounds?
Like a snow, but like not wind. See, wind isn't good. But
How do you find?
you couldn't if you tried.
I know. Is it in your throat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, how do you find life differing from having like a built-in schedule from SourceFed to
Yeah.
to doing your own thing?
Well, it's taken a while. I have a assistant now, Harley, who's absolutely brilliant. But like, it's after the first couple months, I kind of like it felt like I had all like a bunch more free time than usual. But now I really have my days figured out. Like, luckily for people like us, like our livelihood is based off of us creating things.
Yeah, we can't stop.
Yeah. So now that I'm finally in a place where like as much as I create is as much as I can live my livelihood, it really is a much better place.
Do you? So you have an assistant. Did that change everything, or was
Absolutely.
that it?
Yeah.
I was told I might need an assistant because I do this thing.
No, because you're kind of like you have business Raina inside of you.
Okay, so I do this thing where I accept and say yes to pretty much everything unless there's a direct schedule conflict. Unless
Yeah.
it's like, for example, like if somebody told me to do something tonight, I'd be like, I can't because of this. And
Yeah.
there are different priority levels, but like
Yeah.
I generally say yes to almost everything, and
Yeah.
it's really unintelligent to do that.
Yeah, uh-huh.
And I stretched myself really, really thin
Yeah.
for quite a while, and then I'll kind of have it's not a breakdown, but like I'll absolutely need a break, and then I'll like run away for 2 weeks, and that's really not the right way to go.
Yeah.
It's only happened once, but
I like saying no. There's a joy in me since I was a kid. As you know, I grew up very like, ooh, I don't want to do any of the things that people are doing. So I was very much like, no, thank you.
You're basically OG hipster.
Yeah,
you don't like popular shit
from womb. Like from womb. So yeah, I get you. But yeah, it did change my life entirely. I needed it because like I'm not the least bit organized. Like I don't know like where anything is, and like my guy helps me on so many different levels. He's also very big and very strong. So
Love
like
it.
I like to really. I like to move around my living room a lot, but I'm not that strong, so I can only move some stuff. But I'm like, Harley, I need help. And he's like,
Shit.
dude, fool, I got you.
Oh my
And
God.
Yeah, deep voice, real smart.
Harley sounds hot.
Does he schedule for you too?
Is. Huh?
Does he schedule for you
He
too?
schedules for me too. Well, I actually like, yeah.
I learned that having an assistant isn't all that it takes. It takes a change in yourself, because you have to. I got an assistant because I thought, hey, this is going to make everything easier, which in some ways it does, but you still have to say yes to them and no to them if you want to do something, and that's.
But they will do the ugly part where they'll relay that no back to the person, because I do have a really hard time saying no. Like I absolutely have a hard time, and I love that you have an assistant. Like
Mimi's amazing.
Yeah, she's literally amazing, and I love our weird conversations, and she's so sweet. You're dying, I know. I got over
I'm
it.
good.
I'm good
actually.
now.
I'm almost good. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's
I'm good
crazy.
Now. But one fun fact, it's starting to itch.
It's starting to itch on your
It's
hand.
starting to itch on my hand.
Y'all
So,
are ridiculous.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
How is this candy helping? Is this Laffy Taffy?
None of this candy's good.
Bottle
Seriously,
caps.
where did you get the candy from? I gotta know.
And why are they so old?
Like,
Weird story.
This milk diet is a shame.
Yeah.
Do you guys know who Cow Chop is?
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Well, they do a gaming channel. They're on Rooster Teeth. They had a couple people come here today, and they brought 30 kids.
30 kids.
They brought 30 kids
What
all
are
dressed
kids,
up
like
as
children?
skeletons. Children. Well,
Young
semi-children.
children?
Teens.
Yeah, I mean, that's to us now, that's children. Even though it was so recently, it feels, but yep.
It was not recent for me.
Yeah, it was for me. Yeah.
How old are you right now, Will?
I'm 24 as of 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Thank
We're
you.
the same age now.
Yeah. I
Nice.
love it.
What'd you do for your birthday?
Absolutely nothing. I went to the studio, recorded song. Yeah.
That's what I do. I don't
Yeah.
really celebrate my birthday. I try not to.
Me too. I don't do any holiday really. Yeah.
Is it kind of like, because for Asian kids, it's like, it's not an accomplishment to be pushed out of a womb necessarily. It's actually your mom's accomplishment.
Yeah, really,
So you're not
though.
really celebrating your birth as opposed to like your mom's.
I can agree with that.
sacrifices,
It
I
really
guess.
is my parents' accomplishment. Like I didn't do
Yeah.
nothing. All I did was breathe. So
Yeah, it just feels like a day where you're celebrating for nothing that you've accomplished.
yeah. It always makes me feel like, oh, I didn't do enough by now. So like I really but I do feel like really like happy to have what I have in my life. I'm very
Were you
appreciative.
about to say blessed?
Like, yeah, but that's not the right word. I remember Audrey was like, I don't like when people say blessed. I was like, I need a new term.
Oh my God,
Also, the
she
mic,
always hates me.
It's one of these.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Okay.
You gotta like get in
Yeah,
there.
but so like I feel like every day in my life is actually pretty great. Like I really do get to live off my creations. So like every day is
Yeah.
my birthday. So on my birthday I try to live a normal life. So I like, usually on my birthday I'll just be like, all right, I'll just
be normal.
okay, I'll
do
watch
your
TV
daily
like
thing.
everybody else. Like
What do you miss most about SourceFed? And who do you miss the most?
Honestly, I
Who
do
do you
miss
miss the most?
Oh, who do I miss the most? I think what I miss the most is performing
That's
every
not what
day.
we asked who. We asked
Oh, okay, who?
I'm just
I was like, all right, we can get to that. Who do I miss the most? Probably Steve. I get
Yeah.
90% of my physical attention from Steve. So now that he's not here,
Do you guys still hang out?
Yeah, I still go to Steve's
cool.
house. Just not. It was nice seeing him every day,
Yeah.
but now I just like go to Steve's house.
He's just
every
such a
2
mood
weeks.
lifter.
It's also a specifically creative environment that you
Yeah.
get to be with a creative person.
Yeah.
So I do get that.
Yeah. It really was nice having a bunch of people that are also making things. I think about it often though. It's like when we were doing SourceFed, I was very much about like I need to be a solo thing, and I kind of have always been that in my entire life. I've always been a solo act. But if we had all worked together on one channel, like we didn't need to break into 5 different channels. If we had all worked on one channel, we could have been doing some great stuff still.
I trust and believed in SourceFed and SourceFed Nerd being 2 separate things, but like beyond that, it was a little bit bizarre. Like we didn't need that many playlists. You know?
Yeah. It was all. I just feel like if we had all like maybe we could have been just 2 or 3 channels, and
I do think though at SourceFed, and obviously subsequently Super Panic Frenzy, I hit a sweet spot though at SourceFed where I was very proud and conscious of what we were doing creatively on a daily basis, but also doing stuff on my own channel was easy and practical because it was all right there, and you just have to stay 3 hours after work. Like you do that anyway. And everything was like, now that you know the equipment, everything's really easy to just do for yourself as well, and it's not a hindrance to anybody. So there was a really solid 5-month period where I hit that sweet spot, and it
me
was
too.
fucking glorious.
Yeah.
And then we got canceled.
I know, right?
It really is such a bummer. It's such a bummer.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't tripping because like I had been at SourceFed since literally the beginning. I was the first batch of interns there, so I saw everything. But yeah, it was nice to have space because I'm still equally, I still want to do just as much as I wanted to do back then, but now I'm just like, all I have is an apartment.
Yeah.
Like that back room where we used to be, I could drive a car in there. Like, oh, there's so much I would do.
Open up the garage.
Yeah.
I mean, the sound was horrible.
Yeah,
That was like,
I think what I miss the most about SourceFed, and this leads into the next thing that I don't know if we didn't talk about. Well, we didn't talk about any topics really, but it's something that I've been so curious about for so long.
Oh yeah, I know what this is.
I mean, my favorite. Do you really?
Not about Casey Neistat.
Oh no, no. My favorite thing, my favorite combo that I missed from SourceFed was you and Darren.
Me and Darren. Yeah.
You're doing She Didn't Text Back again, right?
She Didn't Text Back. Our podcast is back. Yeah.
And that also means that you guys are back. And for a while, you guys weren't back.
Well, we were not back for a while. There was negative energy. Absolutely.
Did you talk about that on She Didn't Text Back at all?
We did a lot.
Did you gloss over it, or you talked about it?
You know what? I don't think we talked about it enough. I just think it'll happen over time. We'll explain. Yeah. I mean, but like, Darren, like a couple months ago, like he apologized to me, and that's all it takes is for someone to open up. And like, I was like, I really appreciated that. So we talked it out, and then after a little while, then we brought it's this like this. Yeah. Then we brought the podcast back. Yeah. It's funny because people have no idea what actually happened.
What actually happened?
If you ask me, I forgot. I'm the king of forgetting shit.
But that's why it's good. You're healthy. You know.
Yeah. I do not hold on to any negative emotions. In the moment that people are willing to let them go, I'm willing to let them into my life again.
But it's weird though, and this is actually more pragmatic and not more specific to your situation. But like you said, when he apologized to you, it kind of made sense, and therefore, you let it all come back in.
Yeah. I'm pretty like
Would you
much
have
like that.
apologized though? Because like you forgot, so to speak, right? Like,
I think I just let it go. So like I think in this particular situation, I wasn't the one that needed to say sorry. So like and I always tell Darren like now it's my turn. Like just give me like 2 years and I'll be the one that flips, and then I'll need to be the one that apologizes. And then that's just how it goes sometimes. Yeah. And like at the time I was like oh, Darren and I are never gonna be friends again. Like if you had asked me, I was like
you guys were the dream team.
Yeah. I was like, it'll never happen again. But like, people always tell you like, this is what friends do. Like, and it makes me, I'm convinced that someone is meant to be your friend when they leave your life from absolutely and still come back. So now it's just my turn to flip.
How often do you guys hang out?
I mean, we do the podcast every week, but Darren and I talk regularly through the internet.
Do you guys still have a lot of fun together?
Yeah, and he just told me last week, he was like, I want to get back into shenanigans, because he and I definitely used to get into shenanigans.
That's all I want on YouTube is just you and Darren
doing shenanigans. Yeah.
So we actually had our own beef for a little bit.
I know.
It was a beef though.
No, it's a people generated beef.
Yeah.
We did absolutely nothing. We just lived our lives. But I think for some reason, like our audiences want us to beef.
And then I was gonna tweet about it, but then I was like, is this gonna make it worse? Does anyone even give a shit?
I think it's gonna make it worse.
I feel like people are just gonna forget.
Yeah, I think it's best to leave it alone, because I thought about that too. I was like, oh, people want to beef? I was like, all right. But then I was like, not with my friend.
It's just, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But I think, so it was weird because people wanted beef, not through you guys, but because of what you guys, I guess, ended up representing. Because the reality is they want all of us together, right? And like they don't want you guys to be separated. So the whole idea is like, why would you go to this company that like there was a direct tiff with him?
Yeah,
my interpretation of that was like, does Will even know about any of the other stuff that even happened?
Matter?
Or first off, even if he did, why would it matter? It's a job.
Yeah. And plus that was in works months before any of that happened. That's why I thought it was so funny that people were tripping. I was like, people on the internet really think they know, but like this that I had been doing was in plans for months before the actual incident.
And there's only one person in that whole company I hold ill will towards.
I know, right?
Dr. Rory.
Oh my God. I forgot his name. I was like, was it like
I'll never forget.
Yeah, and he works in an absolutely different building on the different side of the country, and I even think continent. So
different continent. Exactly.
He's in the UK.
Yeah, and I was like, this has nothing to do with mine. So I mean, there were some tweets that may have hurt my feelings a little bit. Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah. I mean,
what did people say?
I remember one.
Yeah.
And then, I have to apologize because I remember when you said that to me, I thought you were it was levity and you were joking about it. So I was like, you bitch traitor. And, and you were like, oh, and I didn't realize that it was like a real thing because I didn't realize how heavy it was. Because I saw the tweet and I was just like, I'm not going to like it. That's weird.
Yeah.
And I just left it alone. But then when you texted me, I was like, I don't know where this went.
Yeah. Well, somebody said some mean stuff to me and I called her up. I mean, like, Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean,
I even told you about it because I was just like, dude, I think I fucked the fuck
She was totally
up.
just kidding
Yeah,
too.
I was
I don't
really
think anybody
confused.
knew that it was like a.
Yeah.
I think everybody was taking it as a joke, and then
Yeah.
I don't think you knew enough about it to like.
yeah, your fiance said I was gross on Twitter.
Oh, that? I
oh.
didn't know that.
But I texted you about that. I thought you were talking
no,
about that.
you texted me about.
Oh, damn, I don't even know what that one is.
Yeah, you do.
No, okay, we'll have to talk about that one.
That's so funny.
This is so crazy.
She said you were
There's
gross.
so much beef. Yeah, she said your fiance said I was gross on Twitter. But here's the thing.
That's weird.
Well, I have to side with her.
Yeah, I mean it's true. Here's the thing though. I get sick whenever I get sick, I start to get in this mood where I feel like people are attacking me.
Yeah.
And that was at the same time that I was getting
Well, they
sick.
kind of were. This is. The
Oh,
one you sent
that
me.
one.
This is the one you sent me. That's
Oh,
why I fucked up by joking.
yes.
I joked too hard writing on that.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
didn't realize how like bad it was on the other back end.
Yeah, this was
So
at
I
the same
like,
time that I was sick.
know,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And both of these things happened at the same time. Yeah, that one. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that one hurt my feelings too.
Yeah. No, this one, I was gonna say this one's a little different.
Yeah, I was just like, come on, man. Like, I haven't done, like, I'm just like, I was really like, I just need to have a job, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I'm getting attacked for
Also,
it.
at me.
Yeah, it's like, at me.
if you're gonna
And
do
what's
it,
funny, and he knows, is that someone wrote that joke in the subreddit the
Yeah.
day before, so he just saw it in the SourceFed subreddit and then said
That's
it
why
to
he
me.
said it, yeah.
And you know, that's
'Cause
my
you know
homie.
you're on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, I saw that same thing that you stole that joke from, but whatever. You know, he and our friends were cool. It's
so
whatever.
funny.
It may have inspired some things for me, and you know, I lash out in my different ways.
Were
So-
any songs created because of it?
in some ways, and but people
Because I was
totally
curious about that
misconstrued.
because I was listening to the song. I was like, because someone was like, dude, this is about everything that happened.
Yeah.
And I listened to it. I was like, I don't know. I don't really
Yeah.
see
No,
the
it's
connection.
not.
Yeah, it was about a bunch of different things.
It sounded more like a relationship thing to me.
Yeah, it went literally everywhere, but I think people took it the way they wanted to. And you know, as
Hey,
I
just like Mother.
As
You
I
seen
did,
Mother?
I mean, yes, I did,
Yeah.
absolutely. But as I develop as an artist, I think I'll better be able to explain my feelings, so it's people know exactly what I'm talking about. But it was totally misconstrued. I saw only 2 comments on that actually understood what I was saying through the lyrics.
What were you
Plus,
saying?
It's artist shit. But plus, I only made that song in about 3 hours. I want you to know.
Really? Was it on the same night?
I woke up that morning, saw the tweet. I was like, I don't want to tweet somebody back. I would need to blast them back with an entire song.
Yeah.
So I called up my friend in
Oh, you're so
Virginia.
extra.
I know, I really am. I was like, you don't ever want to fuck with me.
So
Like,
this is about.
Yeah, so I called up my friend in Virginia. I said, I have an idea. I want to do a song. My friend Corey for president, one of my favorite producers, and I was like, I wrote the whole song through a cappella, sent it to him, and then he made a beat behind it.
Ooh.
And then I was like, you know what? That's hard, but I need to apologize. So the second half of it is totally different because I was like, the other second half is like, I always thought we could love each other. I always thought I was something to you. I needed to apologize for my lashing out, and that all happened within 3 or 4 hours. Then I went to sleep because I was sick.
That's a whole process in just a short span of time. Do you
Yeah.
think he
You
saw
are a
that
real
and
artist.
clicked it and listened to
Thank
it? And
you.
was just like,
Thank-
what else is happening in the news?
I mean, he had to hear it. He never said anything back. So like, man, so whatever. Like, we're friends. We're all fucking
yeah,
friends.
I was about to say, don't you guys
Yeah.
talk?
But like, if you come at me, like, I'm gonna have to come back, and I
it's
know
all,
he knows that.
It's all like it's not. I'm not to say that it's all childish, but it's like
Yeah.
all just it's said in a light that's not. It's not so dark. It's
Yeah.
not like you got
It's
like
not
it's
supposed to be that
like
intense.
Yeah. I mean, and it's
Exactly.
not even that intense. Like,
There's
yeah.
not so much ill will as it is just
Yeah.
towards.
Like, I'm sure
venting
if
it
you
or
put
whatever.
all of us in the room,
Yeah.
if we're all in the same room, there's nothing but love. And I
just
like,
wanted something clever to say.
yeah.
take it off of Reddit?
Yeah, I gotta take it off of Reddit. What a dude. Well, would he say it to my face though?
Probably.
If we were by ourselves, probably.
Probably. That's so.
And he was
funny.
right though. Like, I'm jealous though. I'm jealous at the end of the day.
Oh.
I always
That it
find
took
that out
Reno
about
away?
myself. Yeah. I think I thought about it afterwards. I was like, you know what? When you get mad at something someone says, it's because usually you find a little bit of truth in it. And it was like, yeah, I
listen.
do wish I was making videos with Raina, but that's like not what I really want to do.
Well, I mean,
But-
you wanna.
I mean, yeah,
You guys
there's
totally
there's a
can.
part of me in me that did want to do that, but I just don't want to be making videos right now. But like, maybe part of what he said is true. Part of me did want to be making videos with you, so that little piece was enough to
You
like,
can always make
damn.
videos, bro.
yeah. But like, I don't really want to make videos
I know.
anymore. But yeah.
I was gonna ask you, what's your main thing right now?
Really making music, and I have so much has happened to me. I have like a total manager and agent situation now. So like, I go on auditions. It's like
Wow.
Oh, shit.
totally traditional. So it's like such a slow slow burn. But I'm in the middle of making this music project, and I'm also like auditioning for a bunch of TV shows, movies, and developing projects for companies.
That's dope.
It's like, yeah, the past couple of weeks I've been all over the city. Like my managers, and my manager and agent are super professional. They have me in meetings with real television programs.
Have you heard them speak to people?
Yeah, real meetings. Yeah.
I hate managers.
Yeah.
Have you heard them like talk to third parties in an abrasive way yet?
Third parties know how.
Just like trying to. I mean, Jamie's
talk to
manager
you,
and everything.
Well, their business. They're
their
like
business,
really,
yeah.
really
Their
people
business.
talking
They're
business like
thorny
that scares the
business.
fuck out of me.
Oh,
and
yeah.
when we did this film, there were people that had managers and agents on that I had to talk
Asians,
to.
not
Asians.
God, I like crumble so quickly if someone's mean to me in any way.
But they're not mean. They just want answers really quickly,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
they
they
don't want
were
to
mean.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
I don't
you need
bullshit
that.
either. They're just like,
You're right, you don't
I'm
really
like,
bullshit.
I don't have the money to pay you that much. Can we lower it? No, you dumbass, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an
You
exaggeration.
gotta have people like that on your team. Someone's gotta be like that.
I love being that.
Yeah, you're great at that. You
But
could be a
That's
manager
why I had
if
to
you
pull out my
wanted.
401k, baby.
I'm glad you have that.
Yeah, right. Well,
You
I
have
don't
one too,
anymore.
yeah?
Yeah, probably.
Discovery.
I
No,
don't.
you do.
I'm not good at any of that. I'm an artist. I don't read mail. I don't listen to my voicemails. So
God.
like, that's why I'm saying. That's why I have to have an assistant.
Yeah. I fucking want an assistant, but I can't necessitize it yet. Like,
Yeah.
there's no need.
Luckily, my friend, like, I don't think he'd be offended. Luckily, my friend was just hella broke, and I was like, look, you could just work for me. It's so fucking One Piece, you have no idea.
I love One Piece. Nakama, bitch.
I know I have some serious nakama, and that's really what I've been doing these past 6 months. Is I've been developing myself first. Like I've been really like growing myself, my kundalini and all that shit. And I know that next year I really want to be my year. So I've been going to all of my friends throughout everywhere. I'm connecting people like my producer Sterling to Darren to like all of it, from my dude in Virginia, Corey. I'm like getting all my friends together, from everybody from John, everywhere in the world, to get on the same ship. So next year we can absolutely knock it out.
Same shit.
The same ship.
Literally.
Do you have like big plans?
Going married. Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
music?
Everything. I couldn't be happy just doing one thing. I couldn't just be a musician.
You writing
and
a
just
show?
act there. Yeah. Well, that's also what I'm doing. Yeah.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
'Cause you need a lot of people for that. And
Yeah,
if that's what you're gathering
absolutely.
people for, that'd be dope.
That's really what I'm doing right now, is developing shows, and that's a totally different world. Like coming up with pitches and shit. So
I
Yeah.
hate pitches.
it's hard.
I hate it. I hate trying to explain my ideas to people.
Yeah, and it's never gonna be
'Cause I
that.
barely know.
Hey, you don't
Yeah.
think it's exciting to be like, I'm gonna fucking trick these people?
No,
and
because
they're giving me money?
dude, that's why we need people like you.
The
Yeah.
worst part about
that is
explaining an
true.
idea, I swear to God, once you explain an idea, it already feels like you've done it.
Yeah,
and that's the
uh-huh.
danger of it, because
agree.
that leads into procrastination,
Oh.
and then
Yeah.
you never actually complete the project. That's
Yeah.
why I never tell
Interesting.
anybody anything until it's already
Exactly.
like fully almost.
Why
And-
don't you do the trick where you just like take the one crucial thing out of it so that you keep it to yourself, because that's like what pivot. I guess that is kind of complicated. That
Yeah,
fucked
because you have to
myself so
sell
hard.
it.
You do have to sell it,
You have to
yeah.
sell
I
it.
wrote this really good page, at least in my opinion, for a screenplay, and then I showed it to a couple people, and they're like, "Oh my God, that's really good!" And then I was really
brag.
excited to work on it, and then I already did it. I already beat the whole project. I already
Oh,
finished
because
it.
people already
Because-
kind of gave you
yeah,
the
'cause I
satisfaction.
already got
Yeah,
that
you got the
validation.
satisfaction.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
all right,
I feel
I
that
get
way.
that.
And I like to learn to create things while doing it. That's why I did love YouTube for the time that I was really focused on that. Like, you got to learn by doing. Like, the first episode was like a couple hours after you came up with it, and like you just learn that way.
Yeah.
But this type of way is so different. They want you to have it entirely figured out
It's
before
developed, yeah.
before you shot anything.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's so exciting. I feel like
Yeah.
there's such a rush when they actually give you the budget. It's like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, like I did it. Yeah,
tricked you.
lottery. Yeah,
good.
it
I
feels
like
like
it.
the lottery. I think you should switch business, Rita, and become manager or
Here's
do
the
that
thing.
also.
I know. Actually, we talked about that. I know jokingly at SourceFed, we used to talk about it where I'm like, listen, I'm older than you. I'm going to drop off faster than you. So if you want to take it seriously, I'll be your fucking manager.
Yeah.
But so first of all, I think I will regret it if I started now.
Yeah.
I think maybe after 30, I'll be like, all right, I shouldn't be cosplaying.
Especially when you're getting into the voice acting industry and that's going really well. So it's
Maybe-
like,
I
why
don't know what I want
you could be
now.
the greatest voice actress in all of Japan.
very into the voice acting thing. My
Yeah.
most recent thing was Ruby that I was in.
Yeah.
It's moving forward actually, which is very surprising.
that's
I'm
awesome.
a fan of your voice, and it goes through changes.
It does. Sometimes it gets fixed.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
it got fixed.
Yeah.
and I
When
had a
you're
different
sick?
voice. Yeah.
Yeah, the
And I
last time I
sounded
spoke
so
to you was
clear.
fixed. The
Yeah.
last time I spoke to you on the phone,
Yeah.
it sounded absolutely different. But like, not that that's right. I
No,
think
no. I just
personally, I'm a fan of fucked up voice.
I like Scraggly Raina.
I like Scraggly Raina
Yeah,
too. I like 9-year-old Raina.
It's because you say
9-year-old
nasty
boy.
shit,
Yeah.
and when you say nasty shit with the nasty voice, it's
Yeah.
just it's perfect.
Like when you were talking about the whatever that human pussy was.
Oh
in the
my
other
god!
room.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's
yeah.
that's how it works.
Sounds like a real pussy.
And let's cut to a mid roll.
And the hymen fell out. Absolutely great.
And welcome back. Hopefully,
I
hopefully you guys
love
got an
this.
advertisement. What is
That
this?
feels like a long time ago.
That was one of the first days of SourceFed, right?
That-
For me?
No.
This was June 10, 2016.
It's before we got canceled.
Oh, that's why we were sad now.
Ashley
Right.
Robles.
That's why we're sad.
Oh, I guess it is. That feels like a long time
When
ago.
did you find out we
it?
were getting canceled?
I mean, like, I knew. Do you want me to tell you how I really knew? There's 2 reasons I knew.
Yeah.
I might be saying too much. I always say the reason I knew was when we did that video, Climb Around the Table. Do you remember the Climb Around the Table video?
Yeah, of course I do.
I was like, y'all should know we were about to get canceled when the video we came up with was who can climb around the table the fastest. But the reason I knew a couple
Wait, I
months
don't know
ago-
what the hell you're
You
talking
didn't see that
about.
video where we all like
That was a
everybody in
favorite.
the office?
People loved
it.
it.
Was the fucking best video we ever did. All we did was sit in the office and
You came
laugh.
in with like a jumpsuit and
Yeah.
you took it off and then you climbed it so well.
Climbed it. Yeah, it was hella fun. But like I remember, like we just as a cast had a really good time filming that Climb Around the Table.
But you know when
video.
you're having a good time, I knew
Like, it's
because
up.
I knew for sure the morning of when Phil came in and he wasn't supposed to come in.
Yeah.
that something bad was happening.
Yeah. It just seemed like it for a while because I just, that like we could only do, we were told to do less and less and less. And it was funny because it was at a time when I was really about to shift what we were doing. And people be like, I had made this video where we had this cooking show. You remember the cooking show? Which was fucking hilarious.
I love
Weren't
the
you
cooking
on
show.
it?
I think so. Yeah,
You were standing
I
on
was
the
a
ladder
judge.
for like an hour. You were on the ladder for like an hour.
I was on the ladder, yeah, for a little bit.
Yeah. I was really about to switch what we were doing, but like, yeah, I wanted to expand what we were doing, but it seemed like they were like, oh, let's hold back.
Oh, especially when we're moving offices in a month.
I know, yeah.
And they still didn't give us a place of where we're moving to. That's a pretty clear sign.
Yeah, we all knew the lease was up. Yeah, once I knew the lease was up, some of us that had been there for a while knew the lease was up at a certain time and no one was saying anything.
I think that's exactly why they took that amount of time to cancel it. Is because they're like, let's just wait until the lease is up.
Just
maybe-
wait till the lease is up. Yeah. If I had known, though, I definitely would have done things differently.
Really? Like what?
I would have stolen shit.
Oh, I already stole hella shit.
I would have stolen more shit.
Who took the Webby Award, though? I was like, I won
Webby
that.
Award?
Yeah. I
What's a
won
Webby
that.
Award?
The Webby Award's the award.
For SourceFed?
Yeah, SourceFed. I was like, I'm the one that took that home. Who has the award? If it ain't me and it ain't Steve, who has the award? But it's probably like Lynn or something, so he can have it. Yeah. But like I wish if I had known that this was the last amount of time that I would have a studio, I would have shot more stuff. But,
Oh, hell yeah.
But actually, now that I remember, after I did my music video Crack a Dawn when I'm in that yellow
love Crack a Dawn.
jumpsuit, I actually got in a lot of trouble because I didn't steal that shit, but I did not ask for permission to take all the camera work and take it all the way to Santa Clarita and shoot a music video. So then what I brought.
Yeah, you're not supposed to bring it out of house.
Yeah.
I mean, who was getting you in trouble? Other people that were fired?
Yeah, I mean, someone at the company did snitch, and I know exactly who those 2 people were, and they didn't have to snitch, but they did. And I got in trouble, and Ricky came into my office and was like, well, Ricky's always the punishment guy. Like, if you did something
He's a good
wrong.
bad cop.
Yeah, he is a good bad
He's
cop.
a really good bad cop.
And he's absolutely right. I fucked
He
up.
took things too, I bet.
I mean, oh yeah, but like he's the guy. Like, who's he gonna ask himself? What I did was stole like 3/4 of the equipment and returned it at 6 o'clock in the morning the next day. So like I should have done
That is a tight time frame.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like if you'd given it 24 hours, maybe it wouldn't have been an issue.
How did people find out?
Because the person was also there late at night and they saw me.
Audrey told.
No, it wasn't Audrey. I'm not gonna say who it was.
Sophia.
I'm not gonna say who it was.
Joel.
I'm not gonna say who it was. Joel snitched on me for something else though, but that's okay. I'm not mad
I got
about
snitched
it.
on too.
Yeah, yeah.
We
I
hashed
remember
it out.
you were always in trouble for something.
Everyone thought I was racist.
Oh yeah.
What?
I was like, okay, there's a difference. You're not racist. Okay.
I've changed.
Yeah.
No, you're racist, but it's
just,
okay.
It's comedy, and when a bunch of comedians get together, it gets strange. But yeah.
It's not fair.
Comedians.
Comedians.
Well, I mean, it is true. Like, for the sake of comedy,
You are
there is
racist. It
Yeah,
is true.
for the sake of comedy, y'all are racist. But like, it's different. It's not fair.
It's fun to be racist.
Figure out
is
who the
so
snitch
fun.
was.
Like talking about Chinese people when they're not there is so much fun.
Love it.
And
I talked about Chris when he was there. And that's what got me in trouble.
Is Chris really? Is that
Yeah,
what
because
happened?
we had a back and forth. He would always shit on me, and I'd shit on him back.
Yeah.
And one of them was like a joke that just, I mean, I even apologized right afterwards. It wasn't even a bad joke or anything, but I was like, that
You know
wasn't
what's
funny.
wrong?
Sorry.
That was too far.
Yeah, but you know why that's too far with Chris? Because he's so quiet. Everybody
Oh, no,
only
no,
hears
Chris-
your racist
Oh
shit.
yeah, yeah.
And they don't hear his comebacks to you, but he's fucked up too.
He's a
Yeah, oh yeah, he's
racist
fucked up
shit
too.
He's
Yeah,
a fucked up racist shit
Yeah,
too, so
yeah.
it's all good.
Yeah. I remember they had when you guys all had a meeting. I was like, it was intense in there. I was like,
Okay,
that's so
wait,
funny.
that is so weird
Yeah.
because the one day I randomly decided to visit you guys
Oh, God.
was the day that everybody clamored in front of the lounge and was just like,
Yeah.
okay, well, Septic's in trouble
Yeah.
and he might actually be a bad guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what fucking dimension?
He might actually be a bad guy.
What the fuck dimension did I just walk
We're still
into?
deciding.
It was
Yeah.
so funny.
It was fucking hilarious.
For all for a stupid joke against Chris and amongst other things that weren't even that bad.
Yeah. I never blamed you though. I really don't miss having like an entity over me like that anymore. Like I just felt like I had to act a certain way because I had a company conglomerate over me. So I don't miss that.
I don't like limits.
Yeah, and there definitely aren't none now.
At least in the writers' room.
Yeah.
I think that everybody should say everything.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I feel that way too.
Writing's unfair as well. We were free as fuck for Super Panic Frenzy, so I only have like glory day feelings about that. Like we literally did whatever we wanted.
And the only time I've said the N-word is when you've made me.
When you made me.
I remember
Please
when
say it.
you and Darren used to come over like my desk and be like, "Hey, say the secret password," and I'm like, "No," because I know what it is.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Yeah, just say it though."
Yeah, the first day I'm there, like Will and Darren are like, "You want to be part of our club?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then they're like, "All right, you got to say this password." And it's the 2 worst words you can probably say.
Absolute,
Yeah.
And I was like,
oh my goodness.
Right.
Was that 2014 or 15?
2014.
No, it's got to be 2015 because 2014.
Yeah.
we weren't
2013.
there yet, yeah.
Yeah, and I hadn't started cursing yet until
Yeah, absolutely not.
2015.
Yeah.
And I remember when I first started cursing, I think I said a curse word for the first time in December 2014. So I started cursing for real in
And you really went
2015.
hard after that.
I went,
You went hard.
I regret it. Like I just think back at some shit that I've said, and I was like, oh my god, I was a demon.
Why
And you
did
still
I say
curse, though.
that?
Yeah, I was like, why did I say that? I don't do that anymore, though. I just like
It's not for the expletives aren't for the shock value anymore. It's just to emphasize now.
Yeah, it's just to emphasize.
Yeah.
I was definitely doing some shock value in
Yeah,
2015.
Yeah, I'm definitely over shock value for sure.
Yeah, it's not
just-
fun.
It's just a teen thing now.
Yeah.
When we would drive around together, you would say the most fucked up shit in the car, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because like I had this weird like little kid effect, but like I'd want to repeat it for some reason. I don't know if it was like the music,
It's
if it was like
fun.
a fast car. I don't know what the hell it was, but
Yeah.
I'd be like, me too. The other F word.
Oh yeah, I
But,
saw
like, inside the car.
the other F word. Yeah,
It's
and
some
you
fucked up shit.
You destroyed it, huh? That car, huh?
Oh, yeah.
We all knew it would happen.
Yeah, we-
It's
So did
I.
ain't
Were
nobody
we
surprised.
surprised?
Yeah, and I remember Darren was at my house when that happened, and he was like, "Oh, look what happened to Septic." So he texted you, and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna text Septic too." And then I was like, "Oh, Septic never texted me back until like a couple days ago." And I thought you didn't text me back, but I'm still texting that person that has your
So many
old phone
people
number,
are.
and that person gets so mad.
Do they respond?
way.
No, they don't respond anymore. I remember, but like we were all in a group text and had the old Septic number.
That's fucking
And this girl,
hilarious.
I think Darren and Ava called her, and she was like, "Stop fucking calling me." And she said the other F word too, and she was like, I was like, "Oh man, I'm still texting her though. I'm sorry."
Please do.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
please
continue
Wait,
to
what's
text
her
her.
number? 'Cause I'm gonna
I'll
start
give it
texting
to you.
her
It's
too.
old Septic's old number.
I'll write old
But this
Septic,
woman
so-
is mad when you do this
Wait,
shit.
I think I have it
Oh my
actually.
God.
Yeah.
Can we call her?
I'm
Here, let me
down.
try.
Please, can we please call her?
Let's call her. I'm gonna ask for
This
Septic.
is so funny.
She's gonna be pissed.
I was wondering why nobody like I feel like people haven't texted me, especially
That's it.
Lieberman. Oh, that's it.
That's your old number?
Oh shit! Yeah, speaker that shit up.
Hey, is Septic there?
Oh, this is crazy. Please answer. Please answer. This is so important. Come on. Please. Please. It's gonna happen. Can they block numbers?
No.
Then it wouldn't ring, right?
It wouldn't ring.
Fair enough, yeah.
Aw,
That was
she
an
doesn't
easy
wanna
answer to an easy question.
Should I leave a voicemail?
Yeah.
I can't. I'm fucking with this lady too hard.
Okay, Raina, you want to try?
Reached the voicemail box of
Who is it? Oh. Oh, no, no. Almost doxed
We
her.
will bleep that shit out. Don't worry.
Do you want to try her, or do you want to just move on?
We
I
can
think I wanna
move
move
on.
on. Yo, it is hitting my stomach. I feel sick.
Really?
Is it hitting your
That's what
stomach?
happens.
This is
no, I'm a
gross.
little bit past it.
Y'all
Drink
are
some water.
straight up dumb for this.
Yeah, no, that was a
it's hitting my
terrible
stomach
decision.
now.
You want to try a tiny bit?
Nah, absolutely not.
Look, I also ate a lot of gunk to try to get rid of the initial pain, and now it's all hitting me right now.
The
You got
shits
this. Do you
that
want me to
y'all are
ask-
gonna do, and you know this candy isn't good. Like this Starbucks can hurt a rock.
Yeah,
this is
that-
not a milk dud at
That's
all.
not a milk dud. That came from the
That
moon.
looks like a rock.
That came from the moon.
Where did you get the candy?
Oh, no, it looks good.
All right, let's move on to some
Okay.
user-generated questions.
Yeah, we got a
from
lot of questions.
Twitter.com. Let's go from the top. I haven't really selected these, so we're gonna, be dangerous here.
Okay.
Barrett Wagner asks, when will you make your SP7 debut? When will you make your Sugar Pine 7 debut?
Sugar Pine 7. I'm not the director there, but I could be on it.
And we'd love
There
to
you
have you
go.
on it.
Okay, I'm down.
Please.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I haven't been in a YouTube video in a minute.
We got to make a character for you.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. I like detective shit.
You're not SAG, are you?
I'm not SAG. I really am not. I'm not.
I'm getting tired
problem.
of people
Unions.
SAG contacting.
Yeah.
All right, Halloween.
That's gonna ruin my
name.
career if I keep that in.
What if you keep saying shit like that? Halloween name wants to know, which is Jonathan C. Oh, Jonathan Corsi. Will, how many total brand changes have you had comparable to
Brand-
Septics?
Yeah, I guess you do brands
I think
too.
you've had more though.
Yeah,
You've
I mean
had,
brands.
hella more.
And there's brands that people don't even know about. But yeah, I've had like so many. Like I think people probably remember most like my jumpsuit brand. There was I got that black Adidas jumpsuit and I wore it every day in the white headband.
Oh, it's more like a tracksuit.
The tracksuit,
Yeah.
the tracksuit.
I miss your
You
content
look like an
brand.
older Russian man.
I think one of the
Yeah, that's
content
what
brand changes that I missed the most
Yeah.
was when you would just go up in front of a camera with like a gong noise and you just talk for like a minute or two about a weird subject
Yeah.
that I wouldn't have even thought of.
I think that's
Yeah.
just you. That's just
Yeah,
him, maybe.
I don't. Yeah, I used to really like to express my feelings through video, but like it really is through music now. Like
Yeah.
I still do like comedy and things, but that seems more like my job. But where I go to express my views is through my music, and I guess I've been keeping that to myself over the past couple months. So yeah. But
Nice
I know
to
what you
let it
mean.
out.
Yeah, exactly what my YouTube videos used to be about. I'd say my music is still the same
Like,
thing.
what does Bay mean?
Like yeah. I mean, like totally like my old feelings. Yeah.
I get it. Kid
What does
Qwerty.
Bay mean?
Well, if you have a fetish, what is it? Don't be afraid to say it's Raina.
The Raina,
Kid.
I
Kid
realize
Qwerty. He's
I
also
will
wearing-
say. I will say, like, I think I really was in love with you, Raina. Like,
Yeah,
I
probably.
I didn't realize it at the time until like a couple years later. I thought about it and I was like, oh snap, I really do love Raina. Yeah, I mean, in past tense, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, I mean, I think I'm like, I grew up watching sitcoms, so I'm kind of trapped in a sitcom life. So I'm kind of like Urkel, and you're the girl that Urkel is always trying to get with, but she's like, I'm married since forever.
Since forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. and what's super weird about it is I think you've defined, like, since I was young when I liked you, you've defined what I like in other women. I know this is weird to say about a married woman sitting across from you,
No,
but you
it's
know.
not. I mean, we're like pretty
it's-
close. Like,
Yeah.
we're all like really like
Yeah.
once you've done production
been enough
together,
time.
it's like yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you everything. But
Yeah.
yeah. Loving you has caused me to love, people
Another
like you.
Raina.
Literally, and what's weird is like, dude, she and I get along.
I know, right?
It's fucking
yeah,
weird.
Yeah, other Raina is crazy. Like,
You know,
both Rainas are
but
crazy.
You know, other Raina is young college Raina, right?
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
like me
yeah.
then.
And I've never seen her do business Raina though. When she can do that too, that'll be interesting.
Business Raina happened as a result of college because I got really fucked around in college.
Yeah.
Even though I got like 19 scholarships, I absolutely got like butt fucked. So
Yeah,
I was
so you were
like,
like-
oh, I didn't know you have to fuck each other up. Like I didn't even know.
That's how you fight back. Yeah.
Oh man,
Is that bad? You want me to ask the next
Y'all
question?
fucked up.
it like really hurts. This
Yeah.
reminds me of like habanero time.
No, it gets worse.
It's like fucking double
And then it gets better.
penetration. Okay. Taylor wants to know, what anime did you hate the most during Anime Club?
Oh,
Dude, this is a good question, bro.
Definitely without okay.
Oh,
nah.
wait, I have a guess.
What?
Cowboy Bebop.
Oh fuck! What was the prison?
Cowboy
one?
Bebop. We never.
That's amazing.
N-
Oh my god! What was
The
that?
the prison one.
prison one.
It's not the prison one.
Okay, never
But that is on the list. Are you talking about the one with the girl that's like
The white girl. The white.
the white? Yeah, the white girl. That's definitely number
Dead Man
2.
Wonderland.
Dead Man Wonderland.
But
yeah.
that's because it was easy to make fun of.
Yeah, we had a good time with that. I think we only
Terraform Mars?
Terraform Mars
It's the
is number
worst
1.
anime.
Terraform Mars. It's about cockroaches in space. It
But
was
they're human. They're
Doesn't sound
big.
interesting.
It's so
They're-
fucking bad.
They're Titan.
It's absolutely bad.
Yeah, they're Titan cockroaches in space that are semi-intelligent.
Yeah, like they're smarter than them. They're still
Yeah.
whooping their asses, and they all have like 8 packs.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're
all-
macho.
It's about a bunch of humans that are like, we're gonna go make a colony on Mars, but then these cockroaches are like, actually, we're all like in Dragon Ball Z world. We could be fighting Goku,
Yeah.
and then they all come and like kill him, and it's gross.
And it was so graphic that when they sub-licensed it into the States, they had to censor a lot of it with light beams. The way they
They had to censor an anime?
yeah, and that's not good.
That's not cool.
How
Yeah.
gory was it? Like, give me an example.
Oh, it was nasty.
It's pretty nasty, but it was censored for us. So
It
we
was
couldn't
censored,
tell.
yeah. But the manga, I saw some like clips from there, like, and it's not.
It's
yeah.
It's
fucked?
brutal.
It's brutal. It's
yeah.
nasty.
More brutal than Attack on
Yeah.
Titan?
No, actually, no. Attack on Titan hurts your feelings.
Attack on Titan hurts your feelings, and it's tasteful, and
It is tasteful.
Yeah, and also the action and the storyline and the plot speak louder than what the gore is.
Yeah.
Terraform Mars was only gore. Whatever's positive was only gore.
It's shock
Whereas-
Did you see
value.
the uncensored version?
I guess on kissanime.com.
No, don't.
I know, right? Don't go on there. Buy your anime. I have a Crunchyroll. I have
What does that mean?
Crunchyroll.
Don't.
I have
Crunchyroll.
I have Crunchyroll. I have Crunchyroll.
Okay. All right. I don't know this one, but Homicidices wants to know Is yoked the past tense of yeet?
Wait, what?
Is yoked the past tense of? Am I saying a bad word?
What are these questions?
I don't know what that even
Oh, okay.
means.
I don't know, but a lot of people liked it, so you gotta answer.
Wait.
Just say yes.
Yep, absolutely it is.
What does
You got
yeet
it.
mean?
I don't know.
I'm gonna start saying that. I love adding
Yeet?
in words.
Yeah. Do you still have your Appa stuffed animal?
Oh yeah, Oopie. Mine is Oopie. Mine is Oopie. Thank you, Julia Fang. Yeah, Oopie.
Yeah, that was James.
Yeah.
October, Arc2520 wants to know, holy shit, yes, how did your relationship with Casey Neistat start?
Oh yeah.
In a hotel room.
Hot.
What?
I think like what's cool about me and Casey is I think I started watching Casey in like 2012 when I was a college student, film school student, and I really would never watch like vlogs or anything, so I know about him before that, and I think he can see himself in me, and I see myself in him, so we connect on a strange level like that, and so yeah, like he kind of just likes to take me to places. Like he put me on my first. He's
grooming you.
I don't know. It's
pampering
weird.
you.
It's weird. He's like I honestly thought like I was like when he took me to Coachella, I was like I think he just missed his son who recently went to college, and he was like I need a millennial with me, so we just hang out. Yeah.
That's
Do you still hang out?
Yeah. Whenever we can, like whenever he's like, let's go do something stupid, like.
But he really is that crazy, right?
Yeah.
He's always like, go.
Yeah, and
Is that man doing coke?
no, absolutely not.
That's what's crazy, right? He doesn't do anything.
No, he's not like that at all. And like I went to like a music festival with him. He doesn't do any of those things. He's just like he's the only man in his 30s and like late 30s who I met where I'm like, dude, I can't even keep up with you.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, now let's go over there and then let's go do this. And I'm like, man, like I'm tired. Do you want to go back to the
What
hotel?
is he running from?
Yeah.
Like, Jesus
What's
Christ.
his issue? Like what's he
Yeah.
scared of? I know
Yeah,
it's because he
can't
wakes
slow down. He
it's-
might die if he stops.
Right? I think it's because he wakes up every morning and runs like 12, 16 miles. So he's like juiced.
Yeah.
And he lives in that New York lifestyle, which is like that.
Everybody's just.
Like I saw him this week
is.
on Tuesday, like he did this great performance for Samsung in front about artists, and I think that was just like he was like, oh, that's just my Tuesday night. Who knows what he did today? Like, so
That's so cool.
Yeah, he really lives that life. Hopefully, by the time I'm 36, I could be doing that shit too.
Yeah, what's crazy is like he really is one of those people that treats his body like a temple, which I really don't understand in
Yeah.
this industry. Like I hate to say it, man,
Yeah.
but like if I don't like drink or smoke pot,
Yeah.
like it's kind of weird and hard to
Yeah.
deal with. Like your vice
Yeah.
has to be appropriate almost to like how you're dealing with it, right?
It's
'Cause,
sad
like,
when you realize, yeah.
Yeah, because like I find myself extremely lucky because a lot of the things don't really bother or hurt me, mainly because I have Mike, somebody I've been with forever, so I know where my safe space is.
That's
I
so
know
great.
it's a reality or not or whatever.
Yeah, it's so great.
But like, but if but on top of that though, I definitely need something to make it to make me
it's
normal again.
It's
or
so
know.
sad. You'd be surprised how many of our cast members.
What is vaping?
I wasn't talking about this.
That's
I was
just what
talking
it
about
is right now.
Oh yeah. Oh, never
At
mind.
least it's
Damn, I
not.
forgot.
At least it's not psych meds. We got friends that are on that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody has their whatever. But there's this guy that I actually work with on the IGN show. His name is Blair Herder, who was one of the producers. He was always in a super good mood because he would just like he'd be like, all right, I'm gonna slip out and go transcendental meditate. So he would just like deeply breathe, and he'd always be in a good mood all day long.
Damn.
So I was just like, this dude's killing it.
Try to deep breathe while you guys talk real quick.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And I've learned from that too.
What's the meditating you do?
How I do it is it's usually like I said, like I find time where I need to become present. So I focus on my breathing. I try to make sure that there's parts of the day where all I'm doing is breathing.
Okay.
And if you can like concentrate yourself to do just that one thing, it really rejuvenates your body more than any, bong rip or line snorting any line. Because when
Yeah.
you're doing like hard drugs, you're hurting yourself.
Of
But
course.
breathing and like taking care of yourself, and what I've been really learning about lately is like some other level avatar shit is like self-love. You can actually put love into yourself. Like I'm a man who's a hopeless romantic. I love to love women that will never
Yeah.
love me back, and I've learned recently that I can actually put that love into myself, and I think that's how I stay focused.
How do you do that? though?
I've been learning about it every day, man. It's crazy.
Where do you start to even learn that?
I think first accepting that you can accept love. You're just
Yeah.
as available to accept love as everyone else in the world.
I heard
It's hard to
someone
believe that.
else recently tell me the same thing where you have to really forgive yourself first, and that's what allows you to love yourself.
Yeah.
And it's very spiritual, right?
It
and
is.
like I'm not the most spiritual person, so it's hard for me to kind of not buy into it. It's hard for me to just like do it and accept it as well.
Oh, this all escapes me.
But I
Absolutely.
get it though. Yeah, I get it. I mean, my mom's like really insane.
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah,
so
with
I
her
understand.
flowers and
Yeah,
whatnot. I
she can
absolutely
heal
get
your
it.
aura.
Yeah.
And then she like strokes your hair and tells you like if you're toxic or not.
Yeah, that's I love people like that know the difference between toxic people and not.
Yeah.
I think it also comes one of the most biggest lessons for me is like there are things in life that take from you and give to you. Like sometimes just staring into a cell phone will take from you.
Yeah.
And that's how you kind of try to stay sane in this world is knowing when something is taking from you or giving. And stay around friends that give you energy to be with. Yeah. It's all about love.
Have you tried Vyvanse?
You'll open a whole new door.
I will be honest about it. I'll just talk about it. I have had one once, and that was because of Steve.
Vyvanse
Yeah, a Vyvanse. He gave me a Vyvanse. I asked him.
What's the difference?
This was
between
years
Vyvanse
ago.
is the white man's Adderall.
Yes.
But what's the difference?
I was like, I want to focus, and I was like, can I have one of your focus medications? I was like, is it over the counter? He was like, yeah.
And he really gave. Does he not take it every day?
I know. I didn't know. This was years ago.
Doesn't
and
matter.
I fucking this day on SourceFed, I wrote like this video about Kim Jong-un. It's like 5 minutes long.
Yeah.
Went on this podcast, went off. Like I was like, and then I was like, okay, I don't think I need to be doing those things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think drugs like that are for me.
Yeah, it just helps me focus for sure.
Yeah.
It provides a weird confidence too.
Yeah.
It does.
Well, I know exactly what it feels like. It gives you that ability to see things through, which is one of the most important things creatively. If you can start something knowing that you will finish it someday confidently, that's all you really need.
Yeah.
And that's available to you when you are not on drugs as well. It's just harder. You have
so
to
tough,
remember.
though.
Memorize it. Memorize what that feeling feels like.
But you know, this is kind of sad because it was quantifiable. But I was on a buttload of Adderall towards the end of college because I really wanted my 2 degrees, and I was like trying to get it all in at the same time.
Yeah.
And I specifically remember I did so much better, significantly better being on Adderall than not. And it
Yeah.
was just like, and I only studied for this much extra, but
Yeah.
it was such meaningful studying for the
Yeah.
time that I was doing it. And I still remember most of the things I learned
Really?
on Adderall, not otherwise. And it kind of sucks because like
Drugs.
there's a style of studying in college, and there's a style of studying for like science, and there's a style for liberal arts like majors and stuff. And, like,
Memorizing versus learning.
yeah, but it's also kind of, and also like psychology is also very like peculiar because
Yeah.
it's like half science, half not,
Yeah,
half sociology,
emotional, yeah.
exactly. So you
Yeah.
have to have like a lot of leeway for every kind of
Yeah.
even theory you make, and
Yeah.
your stats have to be appropriate.
Yeah.
Knowing that all converging in the same like locus was
Yeah.
like really, really important to understand,
Yeah.
and I only understood it when I
Yeah.
was on Adderall,
Yeah.
which sucks.
And in the college regimen, like what you were doing, like I'm like, how could you do it without being on some drugs? It's like, how do you learn that much?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's possible to do these things without. You just have to memorize what that good feeling feels like.
My hope, and I have a long game system right now to get off Adderall or Vyvanse, is, I mean, I owe, it's sad to say, but I think I owe a lot of what's happening in this building to Vyvanse in
Yeah.
a lot of ways.
I mean, yeah, if I wanted to be on YouTube, if I had just I know a couple other YouTubers that I actually just do Adderall, and it totally
Yeah.
gets you there.
my hope though
the
is
15
that
hours a week,
yeah,
or a
I'll
day
be able just to
workday.
like finish what I have to in
Yeah.
the years to come,
Yeah.
and then be able just to relax and not
Yeah.
take it anymore and just become me again.
I
Yeah.
do
Ooh,
specifically
damn, that's
feel,
deep.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do specifically feel like I know I can only work less from now on just due to age. So like
Yeah.
I need to do as much as I can right now because I know I can't do it later, and I'll
Yeah.
regret it otherwise. Because like if you don't work yourself to death right now, you
Yeah.
kind of regret it.
Yeah, you really will.
Because you physically can do it.
Yeah.
which is horrible. But like I mean, you can work 15 hours
Yeah.
a day. Like it
Yeah.
sucks, but like you can do it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I mean, and here's the thing about it is that like what these drugs do to you, you can do it yourself. You just have to train yourself into it. Like when you're on it, you're like, oh, I feel the confidence to do this. You have to find what is the real life solution to giving you that. Like I said, like I listen to a lot of ambience because that's what helps me focus. If I'm in a quiet room, the likelihood of me writing something is low. I need those ambient sounds. Like I know, like it's so specific. Like I know what type of thing I'm writing. I know what type of ambient sound I need.
Whenever I need to write, I just listen to the Lord of the Rings theme
Oh, really?
the whole time. Yeah.
See, that's what helps
No,
you.
yeah, that's ambient. There's no lyrics. There's yeah.
that's what helps you. And I have to know what types of things I need. Like and also going to sleep. Like if I know if I want to go to sleep, I need like maybe some water
Snow
sound.
noises. Oh.
No, not like
Yeah.
water
Ooh,
sounds.
I
yeah.
love storming sounds.
See, storming sounds
Stormy-
don't do it for me. But
Like
if
a light
that's
rain, a little pitter patter.
but some people if some storms do help some people write and create too, because it gives you all this chaos so you can live in this non-chaotic space because of it. You have to find what it is to you, because everybody's different, that motivates you to do it.
Yeah, I guess I never thought of why that actually worked, but it is like the lack of chaos when it's all surrounding you. That's interesting. Cool.
Like I'm not good at sleeping, but if I'm in a large
Not
city,
good at it.
I'm not good at sleeping. But
Yeah.
if I'm in a large city where it's like chaotic outside, I'm gonna be easier for me to fall
You're in
asleep.
a cozy little nook.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm okay though. But if everything's
safe.
okay outside, I'm like, I'm going through something.
Anna's son wants to know how many licks does it take to get to the center of our corrupt two-party system of the government.
Y'all remember that time I ran for mayor?
Yeah. I loved
You
that
were so
shit.
about it though, something. You were so about it. You were
Lee
like,
was not at all.
huh? What?
Lee Newton was not at all.
No, not at all.
So funny.
Oh
So
my
not
gosh,
about
yeah.
it. Yeah, she does not have about
Yeah.
it.
That's
You
so
were like, though, let's go and hit the town right
Dude,
now.
I wish you still would.
Yeah, I know.
would love to see you be the mayor.
I regret it all the time. I was like, I should have taken it farther. I do, but then also
No, you
I'm like,
regret
nah.
not taking it farther.
Yeah, I regret
Oh.
not taking it farther. I really could have.
I made papers.
Yeah, I went far.
We're talking
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, I really could have done a lot more. I just wasn't ready for it yet.
I
Are you
remember-
now?
Yeah, not yet. I'm still
Do you
not
ever see
ready
yourself
for
as
it.
a political figure?
I have no plans to run. Believe it or not, in like about a month, it'll be a year since I did that. Really doesn't
Yeah.
feel like it's been a year. But yeah, like I learned that if I had done it back then, I would have needed everyone to give me the energy to become that.
I would have been there for
Yeah,
you.
and people like you were so down there. A lot of people really there for me. But
Yeah.
like,
But mostly me.
But yeah, there was a lot from you. I remember you bought a shirt for me. I think it's just because you wanted to donate money to me. You bought that blue shirt for me. But I noticed that like if I really want to do something like that, I need to earn it first. Like people need to want to give me the mayoralship. Like I can't grow to it.
Probably would have
for
helped
the
if you went to
election.
school for it or something.
Right, and all that stuff. Like, I mean, I know about politics, but not that much. I need to know exactly what the mayor does and like how I can be the best one.
Exactly. You need to
possible.
live it.
Yeah, yeah, and like people don't know, like that grew me. Like while I was running for mayor, the month span, like I grew a beard for the first time. Like I got stressed out.
You got white hair.
Yeah, I was damn near there. Like I started aging at ×4, and I learned a lot about myself. So yeah, I learned a lot.
I remember when that was happening, I saw a bunch of really mean tweets. So I texted you and I was like, listen, I see you're getting a lot of backlash. I'm like, but you've always kind of been about it. So this
Yeah.
isn't that weird to me.
Yeah,
Like,
and
you
I was
know.
dead serious. I was not
Yeah.
joking.
No, you were, because you were telling me, you were like, yeah, like I appreciate it. Like I am serious. Like it is
Yeah.
going to happen. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know.
Yeah,
Like,
yes.
Good luck. Just, people
Yeah.
are going to be mean still.
Yeah, I know, and that's kind of how like politics is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just need to learn how to do the right thing. Yeah, and then what was so hilarious about it, I don't know if you've seen, is that there is a show out right now called The Mayor
Yes,
on
I
ABC.
saw. Oh
yeah.
my God. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw the billboard for it, and Mike and I were in the Glendale Galleria, and we saw it, and I was like, I don't want to take a picture of this
I
and
know.
send this to Will because it's all kinds of fucked up in so many different
I know,
ways. But I'm
right?
like, oh, what do I do?
Like,
with
isn't this your
information?
life on TV?
Yeah, I'm like, did you not just do this 6 months ago?
Yeah, 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so 8 months ago at the time I dropped a rap album, and 2 months later I ran for mayor, and I was like, wait, hold on, this show is about my
Exact
life.
timeline.
Yeah, and that's when it just hit me. I was like, I'm so LA that
Mm-hmm.
my life is a show on TV right now, and I'm not even the one on it. So yeah, that's how life is.
Oh
Well,
my
before we jump into the
God.
next question, why don't we hit another mid-roll?
I'm never gonna eat this shit.
You shouldn't. It's not good for you.
No.
The one time I was ever able to meditate, I was doing conditioning workouts, and my coach said to sit your back straight up against a wall and straighten out your legs, which is actually kind of hard to do. Your body isn't really supposed to be in a 90-degree angle, and you're supposed to like push your everything up against
my
the wall
goodness.
and into the ground, like really,
Ah.
really tense. Like you're supposed
Yeah.
to tense, because it's for people like me who can't concentrate on
Yeah.
meditating. Like I can't
Yeah.
just sit there and be
Yeah.
quiet, like I'll die.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to like really tense your body and like push into the wall and push your ass like into the ground. And then after I think like maybe 30 seconds of just like pure tenseness, you're supposed to relax. And you're supposedly supposed to hear not a ringing in your
Yeah.
ear, but it's supposed to be a little bit kind of like a muffled noise you
Yeah.
hear, because it's your blood rushing back
Yeah.
very slowly now.
Yeah.
And, and that's supposed to kind of prime you into being meditated.
Yeah,
it's for people
I
that
see what you
can't do
mean.
it themselves.
Juicing
Like,
it up.
Yeah.
You know, I think someone like you that's hella masochistic, what you should do is hot yoga. You ever heard of that?
I've done Bikram yoga.
Yeah.
I've done Bikram
That's
yoga.
that's the same shit.
It's
I know
amazing.
people like you wouldn't do that, some hot yoga shit, but like you, like yeah.
Is
I
that
did-
tough?
It's tough.
Yeah, I've never done it. I just
It's
heard
hard.
about
Like
it.
spinning?
Oh no, it's basically it's yoga in a sauna.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you have
I
to,
hate saunas.
I know, but you
Can't
have
breathe.
You have to like breathe in through your nose in a really specific way, because it actually
That's how you breathe.
hurts.
Mhm.
Yeah, it hurts.
Does
if
it make
breathe
you
in too
stronger?
hard.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It It really paces
Cleanses
your
you.
breathing. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you can feel yourself breathing. I know that
Sometimes
really
I feel
weird,
like
but-
people in saunas that think it's really good for them just think that sweating is really good for them.
I'm one of those people.
I love
Does it-
sweating.
I love
does it
sweating
actually,
too.
Yeah, I love
take out
sauna.
toxins?
I love
do you
sweating,
think?
yeah.
Is there any
It does.
science behind that?
Yes, it does.
It
and,
depends. Yeah.
And a lot of Asian cultures use saunas and hot baths, and they live forever.
Yeah.
I watched
oh,
this.
Yes.
The people actually have sauna competitions.
Like
Do you know
how
that?
long can you
How
last
can they
in
wait in
one?
there?
And one guy died. All his skin was like peeling off.
Don't.
It was
oh
fucked.
my
Oh, it's
God.
over.
You did
It's
it wrong.
over.
You just
So-
did it wrong, buddy.
Yeah.
I was having some trouble finding a question that hasn't already been like talked about. This one's about SourceFed, but I think it's still. I don't think we really.
Relevant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's from Reem, aka @Reem_ZF, and they ask, biggest lesson you learned working at SourceFed.
Ooh, that's a great question.
Biggest lesson I learned. I learned so many. Like that was literally. So I went to college for 3 years from 2011 to 2013, and I did SourceFed from like the beginning of 2012 to 2017. So, like I kind of learned everything that I
Yeah.
did there. Yeah. Biggest lesson I learned. I really couldn't say. I did it all. I mean, I worked myself up from intern to like James, the producer's office, became my office within 2
So you
or 3
learned the
years.
hustle.
I learned the whole hustle. Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned how to. Actually, I could say I learned how to really use my creative skills because, like, you know, when it was me and the original hosts who were like actual comedians and whatnot. So I had to learn how to be as close to an actual comedian as I could be, and I learned how to like put my feelings onto paper and say them into a teleprompter immediately,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
just the groundwork for everything I do now. Yeah, just explaining how I feel. So I'd say I got really good practice at explaining how I feel.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That's really good.
yeah.
I liked learning about the pacing of production because I understood production, but obviously not to the degree that I do now. And almost like people who are showrunners and producers, like it's kind of a blanketed term, right? Like, what does it really mean to be a producer of this like YouTube series?
Yeah.
But whatchamacallit, SourceFed moved at such a quick pace, and it was
Very.
news, and so it was sensitive, but it was still very careful. Or I mean, it wasn't when we were like at the tail ends of it.
Yeah.
But due to that, now I know I can take that everywhere. Like I was hired by Crunchyroll because of my production knowledge, you
Yeah.
know, and because of like what I know about
Yeah.
YouTube. So
yeah. I like
feel
how you've always been able to morph that into not just like people hiring you for creative things, but also business wise things. Yeah.
you just say a lot of like 3-syllable words and people believe you.
They're like, she really knows.
I do.
And you do.
And also, it does help that I do have like
a
2
degree.
degrees. Yeah, it does
in
help. Like,
neuroscience, right?
neuropsychology.
Neuropsychology.
Yeah.
So, which is also the same thing as A. Frank, I believe. So,
Really?
Yeah, I believe that's also what he has a degree
You know
in.
why?
Yeah.
It's extremely sociological, but you get to snake in as a science degree.
Yeah. No, she died at 14.
She was in an attic the whole time.
Maybe 15. Maybe in the 15. No, she wasn't. The war ended like 2 weeks after they captured her. Well, whatever. That's somebody else.
I said she was in an attic.
It's sad.
Right.
Oh my
We
god.
love her. You ever been to the museum? It's really sad.
Oh my god, the one that's in
Washington, D.C.
Oh no, not that one.
Yeah.
I was thinking the one in Europe, the one that's
Oh,
in
no.
Amsterdam.
There's one
The
in
one that all
Amsterdam.
those kids took pictures at, and then they got really mad at him.
Oh my god.
Oh,
no,
something like
what's
that did happen. I
Yeah.
forgot. I'm glad that you have a count on everything terrible that
SourceFed
happened.
video that we've ever done.
Yeah. Do you still see stuff and you're like, oh, that could have been a source of video? No. I do. I just heard that there's these people, these white people who opened up a soul food restaurant, but they got caught. They just were going to Popeyes and
Oh,
then
I
putting
saw
on
that. Oh,
shit.
And I was like, that is the most SourceFed story I've ever seen. Like the fast food,
I think
the
Phil
funniness.
covered it.
Did he cover it?
Yeah, so basically anything
Actually, you
Phil
know what?
does reminds
I
me
lied.
of SourceFed.
I saw a story like that recently. It was some guy stole $1 million worth of fajita.
Fajitas?
Fajitas, yeah.
That is such a SourceFed
That's a
story.
SourceFed
I know.
story.
That's
yeah,
great.
I do miss having an everyday news show, but I am working on it. Yeah, I'll come back.
I miss it being funny. I miss
Yeah.
knowing weird shit. Like
Yeah.
that was definitely
Yeah,
my favorite
yeah.
thing about SourceFed. Also, what I watched as a fan, right? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I want to know what like the biggest crocodile is.
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
That ever
Right.
bit
Random
2 people
knowledge,
in
yeah.
a row. Yeah.
I
Oh,
just
that was right at the
I'm
hot
not
sauce.
I'm not into content anymore. Yeah, I don't watch any content. So like that's why I guess I'm not doing it. If I was consuming content still, I probably would still try to do it. Yeah.
Wait, what's the biggest lesson you learned? Oh, probably not rubbing your eye with hot pepper.
No,
Oh,
the biggest
God.
lesson I learned, I actually didn't get it too bad.
Good.
I would say the biggest lesson I learned was, I think relating to people more and understanding other people's perspectives.
Yeah.
I think when I took more of a producer role at SourceFed towards the end,
Yeah.
there were a lot of people with a lot of clashing ideologies, and it was at first I thought I could just go about work and life by only presenting what I care about and only caring about what I care about and not taking in what other people really think, even if I disagreed with it. But then I realized like it's about the greater good. Even if I don't agree with somebody, you still have to accept their beliefs, and it's still important to work with them and try to figure out a compromise. That's definitely what I learned. It's because I had production not down, but like I knew about production. I knew about
making videos.
So I had that semi-down, and I wish I would have had someone there that would have like taught me writing better. That's why I was so excited to work with Mike, is because he's a great writer and he's like a legitimate comedian. But we didn't get that much of a chance to work together.
Because Mike doesn't actually like talking about the news. I was like, I love Mike Falzone, but I'm like, why is he on the news show if he doesn't even like talking about
Candace
news?
and Ava are hilarious. It's just like and also Candace is a comedian, but Mike has been doing it for so many years.
Mike
it's
is
just
a
like,
seasoned comedian.
He's a seasoned comedian.
He's for real.
Yeah.
And
he's for real. Yeah. He's an actual comedian, like a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
And
I think Candace is still trying to do stand-up, but it's like Mike has so many years on her. So
Yeah.
it's just
Candace
like,
is so young, too.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like impossible at
She
this
has
point.
like years to still.
Yeah.
And I feel like Mike has gotten to a place where, I mean, he knows exactly what his message is, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, he knows who he is. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess one of our last questions, which is actually something I want to know. Did you ever watch that one episode of Avatar? This
Nope.
question's from at Fred Onokoko.
The
theater
the Ember Island Players is the episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender that I
That's
have
the
not
theater
seen.
episode.
Yeah.
Okay, why? Because you just want something that you can watch later?
All my favorite shows, I always like keep one episode I haven't seen. How I Met Your Mother, there's one episode I haven't seen.
That's
I just,
so cool.
I know.
Wait, which one?
It was on the last season. It's not a good one, I heard anyway.
So you never really lose anything.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't complete anything.
Is that what it's about, though?
Yeah,
'Cause I mean, it's like if you still have that one episode, then it's not. It's like
not
they never
done.
really left.
Yeah,
and
it's
are
not.
you
They never really
eventually
left.
going to
There's-
watch them? Is it like on your deathbed or
I
something?
guess I also Samurai Champloo I never finished. I guess maybe that's what maybe needs to change me. Like once again, like I think I talk about this a lot to my friends and everyone. Like creatively, one of the most important skills you can have is seeing things through.
Yeah.
And I truly haven't seen a lot of things through. So maybe that is what needs to be my big change for this year is
It doesn't have
finish
to
things.
be, but it doesn't have to be everything that you do, though. You
Yeah.
see things through.
You know what's
And
really
This is
important
very
about that?
specific too. Yes.
So something, and to add on to that, when we did the short film, like the whole time I'm like, this isn't that good, and it's still not that good. But we were also someone from the production crew was talking about how this guy made a really shitty short film, and the fact that he got it out there, the fact that he got it made, and had a whole crew, and they actually had something that was fucking out there.
Yeah.
He got picked up to direct some feature.
Yeah,
and it's just the
exactly.
fact that it's out there, the fact that
just
you
moving.
did it, proves that you're able of finishing things, and that's.
By the way, you
Yeah.
shouldn't be so hard on yourself. Like I saw the inconsistencies you were specifically talking, just because like I know you, so I think I know what you're looking for and criticizing yourself for. It's not that bad. Like especially for your first like.
We got to start somewhere.
Absolutely, and dude, this was a very excellent start. Like,
you.
Yeah.
holy shit, it was impressive.
I got to see it.
It's great, and
I
seeing
think
it on
my-
the screen was impactful. Like, on the
some
big
of my
screen.
friends have shot it too, right? I think a lot of my
Yeah.
videos, your videos are shot on like some of my equipment too, like my Ronin and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's yours.
Yeah,
dude. The whole season finale was shot on your Ronin. Yeah,
That's
amazing.
really cool. Yeah, I also have been working on a film.
Do I owe you?
No, absolutely not. Yeah, I also have been working on a film, but like it's in such slower process, like because you like do things on YouTube, but like everything comes out so fast. So like me and my friend Trent and like all my people, like we spent the past 6 months talking about the backstory of it. So like my movie is like about like
Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Okay,
Because
we don't
then
even need to
you
say
won't do it. Yeah.
but the main character of it, we've spent the past couple months thinking like what he's thinking, like the things that may
so
not
important.
ever be in the movie. So like it's a process. It's a process.
Tell you one thing I want to get better
Yeah.
at: acting.
Yeah.
I want to get to a place where I never have to be in my own shit.
Yeah.
And I can just have real actors do it.
Yeah. I've
You
been
need
going.
to promote it. You got to be in it right now.
Yeah,
I
for
too.
now.
I have to take acting classes too. Like, and I do these auditions, and like it's so crazy because like all the auditions are like act drunk, and I'm like I don't know how to act drunk.
No, that's just a mute.
Yeah, but being a good actor will definitely help you in this town.
Yeah.
Yeah, take an acting class.
What's like a act? I don't know how to act. How
You could be you.
No.
That's what us like internet people know how to
Like,
do.
no.
We're good at being ourselves.
We're good at being caricatures of ourselves.
I think
right?
honestly, I think I could do better just as a character actor, not trying to play myself.
Oh, I see. You're becoming someone else literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
I just hate the idea of playing myself.
It's
and
hard
that's
to
totally
be-
what I do all the time.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
hard to be a character of ourselves already and then another amped up version of
Yeah.
it that like belongs on this screen. It is very different.
Yeah.
And also YouTube asks for different stuff, right? Because
Yeah.
it's kind of supposed to be real. No, you're supposed to be pretty real.
Yeah.
But like,
It depends on what you're doing. Yeah. Yeah, I find like when I was like in the height of my videos, I was just being me. But what happened though is that I became that characterized version of myself,
Yes,
and I
yeah.
think that's kind of like if like what one of the issues with what happened with me and Darren is that Darren knew me as Will,
Real-
and then as original Will, and then over time I became like William Haynes. Like I was like in that 2015 year when I was like doing pop culture, people would be like, I really became who I was on
You
camera.
became a hard boy.
Yeah, I became a hard
Yeah.
boy, and like I think I've only recently, within the past couple months, like kind of drifted back into like a real person as well. But yeah, for a while I became that internet character.
I remember
man.
that. You
Yeah.
totally were just a brand at a certain point, and I was
Yeah.
like, is Will okay?
Yeah, people were worried. but
Yeah, I genuinely was, and it seems like you're a lot, you're normal again.
Yeah, and I
is
have
awesome.
time to breathe, and like I do a lot of like exercise
able
and
to separate
meditating. Yeah.
the two things, which is
and,
so important.
And they're the same person, but now I also take time to just be a person.
Yeah. I thought you were kind of wackadoodle at one point,
Yeah.
but and I think only you will appreciate this, but like a lot of people ask me why I use a stage name, and I'm like, because it's literally a different identity. Like it's also an identity I'm comfortable with because like I had like my nickname since I was younger, so it's cool.
Yeah.
But like it definitely is a thing. Like there's like jokingly business Raina, right?
Business
like,
Raina. You have
but-
different brands too.
I
yeah.
do. But like it
Yeah.
really does help to be not really exactly me on camera, and it
Yeah.
definitely turns it on. Like I know
Yeah.
the boundaries of who Raina Scully
Yeah.
is, and then I know who I am at
Because
home
this
with
is
my-
Raina,
Yeah.
other Raina right
This
now.
is Raina, real last name, Raina.
Yeah.
Real last name Raina, yeah, and like my music, I did under another character name. When I was making the project that I'm working on now, when I started it, I knew that I wanted to say more than in my last one, so I had to tell myself that this is from this other perspective of me. And like Arsenio, which is the name, Arsenio is 100% me, but I had to put him on my own terms. I had to make myself believe it was someone else to really get myself to say how I feel.
I think the main issue for me,
Yeah.
and it's like the opposite of that in a way, is I
Yeah.
base my brand so much around who I am as a person
Yeah.
that it's not the problem of separating yourself from that person, but it's the problem of just all of it being so convoluted that it's tough to get away from yourself. Like,
Yeah.
how?
There are
Yeah.
many just like you said, if we have
Yeah.
many versions of ourselves,
Yeah.
it is really hard.
Yeah, that's why I have to have many versions of myself. Like William Haynes, like just as like a comedian and like a personality. Like that's where like as I've been
We're
doing
all
that
on
since
the
I was a
spectrum.
kid. Yeah, and like since I live this, like I literally don't stop creating. That's why I also have Arsenio, which is the nighttime me. Like once 6 o'clock,
nighttime
it's
me.
nighttime me.
Will.
It's nighttime me. It's those. Where do those thoughts go? And I put
Do you call
those-
yourself Arsenio?
I mean, some people call me Arsenio.
Do you go to a bar and then just sit down next to somebody? And you're like,
No, I've never done that. You know what? I should do
Alyssa
that.
and I always talked about, hey, let's show up to a bar sometime and just
and
pretend
act
to
like
be
we don't know each
yeah.
other. That's hot.
And then, we would meet up, and then she would go meet some other guy there, and then
and act like she was talking to him.
and she would talk to him, and then they'd go home and they'd do whatever, and I
Oh,
just,
God, oh, it went- that
and then
went
they
weird.
do whatever.
and then I'd cuck.
Oh God, that's fucking hilarious. That did not go where I thought it was gonna go.
That's why I sucked at improv class at SourceFed, because they would have like the story game where you take one person would start the story, one person would complete it, and I would just make a twist. I'd add
Yeah.
vampires.
You
I'd
wanna
be
be
like the
so
Michael Scorn.
extravagant.
I never went to the
Michael
improv.
Scorn, ew.
That's what I feel bad about. Like I never went to the improv. I feel like I separated myself too much from the whole
Dude,
SourceFed
yeah, that's
gang.
the thing. Is like people that didn't go to the improv. I think they just assumed that it's like I don't need to do improv. I mean,
I think
It's not
they
about
were
learning. It was
Yeah.
about like camaraderie. It was about like it was a really fun
Yeah.
time. It was
Yeah.
genuinely really fun.
I don't think I was ever asked either, but like I think people know. I say no so much. I think people just don't even
Just
ask
assume?
me. Yeah, they just assume Will's not gonna want to do it. So yeah.
It's also embarrassing. I don't know. Like I
is.
do get the solidarity thing. Like if I were there when you guys were there, I probably would have done it just
Yeah.
to be a part of it.
It would have
Yeah,
been fun.
everybody,
Like,
Yeah. But
me, Candace, Ava,
Yeah.
Sam, Philip. Who else did it? There were other people sporadically joining though, but we
Yeah.
all bonded so much through that.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
was
it's
such a
gonna
great
help.
experience.
Yeah.
and you have to trust each other too. Like really.
Yeah,
I
you
think
do.
Whitney did it a
really
couple times too. It was
badly.
so fun.
Yeah, John should have been in that because he's really good at improv.
Oh, I love John.
Yeah, he is the best. You should
Yeah.
hire him
John
to
Ross?
do something too. Yeah, John Ross.
John Ross is good at improv.
Oh yeah, he's the best.
funny.
Yeah. Oh, he is. Yeah, he and I met in acting class and we were doing improv and
Yeah.
stuff. So
He's
it
a
was-
clever
Wow.
boy. He says
Yeah.
like some really, really
Yeah.
kicker funny
Yeah,
things.
He has so many
Yes,
like
he
weird
really
notes
does.
about the Philippines that I just will never get.
Yeah, and he
But
just
other
went.
than
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
relatable guy.
Yeah, he's a great friend forever. Nakama.
Nakama, for real.
Nakama,
You have a
yeah.
lot of Nakama. We're Nakama.
I do. Yeah, we're Nakama. Yeah.
We got some solid Nakamas here.
Yeah, I have a bunch, and next year it's gonna be it.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It'll be really dope, and I
Yeah.
hope that we work together on SP7 stuff too.
Okay, for sure. Hell
It'll be really
yeah.
fun. And
I have
hopefully
ideas.
Have you on more podcasts too.
Yeah, I love being on podcasts. It's my favorite.
This is great. This was so much fun, and I feel like we could keep going forever, but we shouldn't.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was
But we
like, I want to
shouldn't.
keep talking, but I also have to
You
work
have to
and-
go home.
Yeah,
It's
it's
some
time to
Oh, there's
go
no
home.
going home.
No,
Yeah, this
okay.
is home.
Yeah.
This that life.
Well,
But yeah, thank you so much for joining us.
No
Will.
problem.
This was
It's
so much
glad
fun.
to be
We'll
here.
do it again.
I'm glad to be here. Love is real.
Oh, this was another brand. What was your favorite brand?
All of them.
All of them.
Actually, the one I'm in right now, it's about to be lit.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
It's lit, fam.
Thank you very much. Follow me on Instagram at William Haynes.
and then that's in the description.
Yeah,
down
and we'll
below.
link
Do you prefer
everything.
Instagram
And
or Twitter?
love me tonight.
So you're not working on your YouTube channel though right now, right?
No, I
Okay.
guess not.
So
I
Instagram,
tried.
and Twitter, that's the main places.
All my videos get demonetized. So I'm
Same.
like,
Me too.
Yeah, I was like
Same.
for months. Like,
Yep.
like it's all right.
There's no
Yeah.
escaping it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Do you have an iTunes that we can put in the description?
Not yet. I'm gonna make a new one.
Do you have insider information if Casey Neistat's made breakthroughs with the demonetization?
No,
has
I have
anything
no
happened?
inside information.
Can you ask him and then tell me?
I'll find out some.
Casey, help us.
Yeah,
You're our
be
only
subtle
hope.
about
He's
it.
pretty open. He's giving me too much information about some stuff.
We'll start recording him
Yeah,
and then
so
bring it back.
when he doesn't know, and then
Yeah.
put it on the internet.
That's
You
right.
could totally screw over people. Maybe him next. Just kidding. I would never do that to my friend.
Oh, we're gonna cut that before you even
Yeah.
say that.
Sorry.
We're gonna only put the part in where you say that you're gonna fuck him over. So,
I'm not fucking anybody in the ass. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna
that's
do that to
fine.
Casey. I'm sorry.
so that was episode 33.
I'm not gonna fuck nobody in the ass.
Thank you guys for watching the Boys Only Club podcast. We'll see you guys next week on Sunday at 8
8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Bye.
I didn't do it.